Hi, my name is Idara. I'm from London. I'm 23, and I'm just here to share my story about the idea of returning to strength and how I have used that in my life. So I think when I was thinking about the idea of returning to strength, I realised that for me and for many others, it is an active choice that we make every single day to wake up and to choose to be alive. And that takes so much strength. I have struggled with mental ill health for most of my teenage years and into my adulthood. And I'm in recovery now. I'm going through that process and I still struggle every day. Some days I'll wake up and the goal is to get up and go out and socialise or work or just live life. And other days, the goalpost is moved and the goal might just be to get out of bed and brush my teeth. And that may be the only thing that I achieve that day. But for that moment in time, that requires a lot of strength, and it's so dependent on my mood and how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. And both of those situations, whether it's going out and living life or just simply getting out of bed, both of those situations require a great deal of strength depending on how I'm feeling. So one significant moment in my life where I have returned to strength is when I was in hospital for my mental health. I was 18. I had had a really intense, severe period of depression, which then turned into psychosis. And I was really struggling with suicide attempts and self-harm. And it got to the point where I couldn't look after myself. I couldn't keep myself safe. And so I had to be admitted to a psychiatric ward. And, it was probably one of the lowest points, if not the lowest point of my life. I was so alone and so afraid, and I didn't know it at the time, but to get through that, I used a lot of strength, and I did return to my strength that was in me, because as a child, I was very outgoing and creative and had so much ambition. And through my mental health challenges, that they were sort of dampened. And the strength that it took for me to open up, because, I think there is most definitely strength in vulnerability. The vulnerability of talking about your mental health, admitting that you need help and opening up to other people. There is definitely strength within that. And that was something that really led me to the pathway of getting help. I'm in therapy now. I have seen various psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists. I've been in, mental health community teams, and, I have received a lot of help, and that was through the strength that it took to really open up and be honest about my mental health. And I just think it's so important to talk about your mental health, and the reason why I share my story is because I think one of the most important things that someone struggling with mental health can hear is, I understand. I understand, I feel your pain, and you are not alone. And when I was going through my mental health struggles, hearing others talk about what they were going through made me feel like I wasn't alone, and gave me that strength to see that others have gone through it and come out the other side. And that's what I hope to give other people. So yeah, thank you for listening. And if there's one thing that I can say, it's that know that there is strength within you, and there is that spark and that will to live, and hold on to that. Even if it's the tiniest percent, hold on to that, because hope is something that really keeps us going. So yeah, thanks for listening, and thank you to Tom and Louis from Return to Strength for allowing me to share my story. Okay, bye guys.